My favorite class at school is Minecraft. You can make friends by working together. With teamwork,
You can build anything you want pretty much. It's pretty much limitless.
When I play Minecraft at school, I'm learning reading and math and helping other people.
When we got Minecraft, that opened up a whole door for me.
When working together, you can finish it faster and get more things done within the day. All you could do is really help each other. That's how you both are going to succeed.
When we started playing Minecraft together, it started to, become like more of a friendship instead of just knowing of the person.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Back to School with Minecraft Education Edition. My name is Jeff Gerard. I am the Technology Coordinator at Brennan School District in Brennan, Washington. I am also a Minecraft Global Mentor.
Hi everyone, my name is Veenu Rami and I'm a manager on the Minecraft Education Edition team. And one of my favorite parts of the job is working with teachers like Jeff who give of their time and expertise to help other teachers get started with Minecraft. So Jeff, thanks for coming on and bringing your expertise with us. I'm excited to do this with you. My first question to you is, how did you get started with Minecraft? What led you to use Minecraft, and what are some of the benefits that you see of using Minecraft with your students?
Yeah, Meenu, that's a great question. So I played Minecraft for quite a while, and when the opportunity came to use Minecraft Education Edition in the classroom, I saw a unique opportunity to engage my students into something that just wasn't of interest to them, and that's technology. It can be boring at times. And so being able to take a game that kids are used to playing, and that's a very popular platform for them, I thought, let's see how this goes. And I want to be able to engage those students, get them to do something that they really weren't excited to do. And that's where Minecraft Education Edition came in. And so one of the things that I did with them was I took a world and from one of our fellow Minecraft mentors, Simon Baddeley, and he had a lesson about alien exploration or how to inhabit Mars makeshift from Earth. I mean, that's something that's been talked about for a while. And
how do you do that, right?
Right. And so I took his lesson and I just modified it to how I wanted to use it in my classroom with my students. So what I did is I just paired my students up, put them in a world, and they had to work together. And that was the whole point of it, was to work together, because I wanted them to be engaged, but I wanted them to collaborate at the same time and get along and figure out how to work through something together by teaming up and figuring out what needed to be done. And so we took this world, I put them in it, and they had to figure out how to collect additional resources from what they already had in the world. They were given a basic world with shelter, some resources such as food and farming materials, stuff to go out and collect, tools and weapons to defend themselves. And so I just took that world and said, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to collect those additional resources. You need to work together because only one of them can go out at a time. And so they had to figure out how that was best going to work for them. And what was great about this project is that at the same time in their classroom, they were studying Mars and the book The Martian.
How perfect.
And so I thought this was a unique opportunity for them to learn it in their regular classroom as well, and bring it into the technology classroom as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the world that I introduced them to and just walk you through it a little bit to see what they had to go through and how they had to work the world. So here we have the world. So when they were brought into the world, this is how they started it, and this is what they were introduced to. And as you can see, it kind of looks like somewhere that's not on Earth. Mm-hmm. As you go through the world, you would come across things such as this right here, which is an NPC, or it gives you more information. So if the student were to click on this, you would see that it would give them information, and they would have to click on this link right here to learn more about what's going on in the world.
Right.
So they would simply just click the link, it would take them out, and then at that point, it would give that additional information that you wanted to get across to the student. And this is a great tool to use in the classroom, especially if you're trying to get certain learning objectives across to the students and use it specifically for those things. So once they were done with this, whether it's a video or just an article of something, they would then have to learn it and be able to use it. So once they're done reading that material and they have that material all done,
Right.
then they can go back into the game. And it just works seamlessly for them to go
So
back
you
and
were
forth.
pairing text and in-game experience to enhance student learning. there.
Absolutely, because in the classroom, you know, they get certain vocabulary or certain scientific things that they may not understand exactly. With Minecraft and having a world like this, that allowed them to get that additional information that they may not have gotten across in their regular classroom. And so it was just a great way to add on to what they were already learning and just enhance it, but get them more engaged with a game. I mean, you know, kids love to play games, and it was just a better way to get them engaged within the game. So once they go through here, as you can see, they walk through a world and it takes them to other areas of the game. Here's another one that would give them more information. It talks about being able to have a sustainable living environment on Mars, because that's really is the whole purpose of the game, is to have a sustainable learning environment somewhere other than Earth.
Right.
It would take them to that. Again, it flows seamlessly between the game and that external resource that they're taking it to, so to where they can learn about it and figure out exactly what the objective is for them to learn.
Absolutely.
Once they're done, they again go back into the game and walk through the world. Uh-oh,
You've died.
I died. So that's part of the game, but you know, they have to learn how to do that and work together. So if they're, you know, as their partner is in the game, they have to watch out for that kind of stuff to let them know what's
Right.
going on. But it's just a great tool and a great resource for them to learn, additionally to what they're already learning in other subject matters as they go along in the game.
So you were able to not only teach them vocabulary, new concepts, but also the ability to work with other folks in the classroom, their
Absolutely.
classmates,
Yep.
to solve a complex problem and an issue about how can human life survive on Mars.
Exactly, yep.
So thanks for the quick
Yeah,
tour
absolutely.
to the Mars. I wish I had you as my science teacher. So you who are watching, you might be wondering, sure, you know, Jeff's a Minecraft mentor, he knows a lot about this, but if I want to design immersive learning experiences for my students, how do I get started? And here at the Minecraft Education Edition team, we're working tirelessly to create those supports for you. So I'm going to actually walk over to the hub and show you a few of the resources that are at your fingertips to access anywhere at any time to start your own journey. So let me walk over and show you a couple of things. So right off the bat, you want to go to education.minecraft.net to be able to find all these resources. There is a lot that I'm going to share. If there is something that you'd like to see that's not here, please send us a message. I'll show you where on the site, and we'd love to work with you to create that resource to benefit even more teachers. So let's start right off the bat. What Jeff talked about was he took a lesson from another Minecraft mentor and remixed it. So where can you actually find these lesson plans? We have over 200 lesson plans created by teachers for teachers on our site, and you can actually find them by going to Classroom Resources and then hitting Find a Lesson, and then you get a series of lesson plans that are at your fingertips. As I said before, we have some featured lesson plans, but if you're looking for something specific, you would go to the filter section. So for example, if you were teaching 8 to 10-year-olds, but you are interested in finding math lessons, yes, you can teach math using Minecraft. And you might want to hit math, and you would find things like cubic units, area functions, how to teach things like additions and subtraction to your students in a much more immersive and engaging way. Some of the other things I want to point out on the site actually includes your ability to connect with folks like Jeff, teachers who are actually in the classroom and transforming their practice using Minecraft. So to locate those folks on the site, you would go to Community and you would say Connect with Others. And when you hit that, what you find is we have over 62 mentors in 20 different countries, and we're always growing this program. So there is someone nearby you who is not only willing to share their own experience with Minecraft in their classroom, but help you get started with your journey. So what you find is, again, we have some featured mentors here from around the world, but you can also filter by country and language. And if you choose Minecraft Global Mentor, what Jeff said he is, and he's proud of that, the work that he does for our community, you can find other mentors to join and connect with. The one thing I want to point out before I lose my chance or run out of time is this big purple button that says Get Started. Every teacher who has an Office 365 account, and if you don't, you can still get it. It's free for you to obtain. If you enter your Office 365 school account, we will verify your school email address, and anyone who's watching who wants to try Minecraft out in their classroom, you actually get 25 free logins. They're not time bound, it's 25 logins, so you could spend like as many hours as you want in each of those logins and really get to know this work that we're doing with Minecraft. And each of your students gets 10 free logins. So you can continue, you could start with a trial version, and then you can continue on this journey if you are excited about some of the things that we're doing with this community. So one of the things that I'm really excited that we're doing with Minecraft is we're making coding possible for K through 12 students around the world. When students are asked to transform the world that they know and love, such as Minecraft, but use coding to transform it, that learning becomes even more immersive and powerful. So I'm going to show you where, I'm going to actually walk back to the surface, and I'm going to actually show you how you can very easily use coding using Minecraft, and not only just teach coding, but actually make coding a substantive part of your classroom practice. Actually, one of the best calls I had this week was actually from a teacher in California named Stephanie. Shout out to Stephanie from California. She is a high school science teacher, and she reached out to me via social media, and we had a quick chat over the phone about how she's thinking about using Minecraft in her classroom. And she said, I don't want coding to be like a frosting on top or just a cherry on top. I want it to be a substantive part of how my students learn and what they learn. And she said, I want my students to learn biology and coding at the same time. And we came up with several solutions about how she might go about doing that. But one of the things that we're really excited about is having her students possibly build cell models using blocks in Minecraft. I can't wait to see that lesson when it appears on our site, when Stephanie submits that. So again, Stephanie, my request to you is that you submit that lesson so other teachers can benefit from your work. So I'm going to jump into a world, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually try teaching coding to your students using Minecraft. So I'm just in a Minecraft world. You can see, as far as I can see, there's green grass below me and there's blue sky above me, and I'm able to try out some things with coding. And literally, like my students, I can try things, and even if I don't succeed the first time, I can try again and keep learning my own coding skills. So if I want to connect to Code Builder, which is an extension that allows you to connect to popular platforms like Scratch and Tinker, all I do is hit T, and I get a dialog box on the bottom of my screen, and I type /code, and it allows me to attempt to launch code connection. You saw something blink on my screen. If I change my taskbar to that other window, like I said, some of the names that you know and are familiar with appear on the screen. Microsoft's own MakeCode, Scratch, and Tinker. We did this work in partnership with these folks because we don't want to ask teachers to learn a whole nother set of skills or a whole nother language for coding. If you're already used to using Scratch or Tinker, you can begin today. You don't have to wait to learn a new skill. I'm going to use MakeCode because that's what I'm familiar with and comfortable using. So that's what I'm going to use today. And now I get two windows. On my left-hand side of the screen, you should be able to see a code connection window where I can drag and drop blocks of code to practice my own coding skills. And by creating that code, I can actually transform the world that I was just in, where I just had green grass and blue sky above me. So I'm going to jump in here, and I'm going to show you this 2 simple line of code that I've written already. On chat command TP, agent teleport to player. We have this friendly agent in the client that appears when you enter this command. And what the agent does is it executes the code that you're writing in MakeCode and transforms the world in Minecraft. So for example, if I go back to my dialog box and simply type TP, if it works like it's supposed to, there he is. I should be able to see my agent. I know it's my agent because it says Minu r.agent, and every student would get his or her own agent and sort of form a bond with this character that helps them learn to code. So when I right click on the agent has the same inventory that I do. Up on top, I've given the agent some red blocks. And let's see if we can get the agent to do a couple of things. So again, I'm just going to hit T again, and I'm going to type pyramid, because I want to see if I can try to build a pyramid and see what coding it actually takes to be able to do that. So I'm going to hit that, and then I'm going to back out of the agent's, let me move back so you can see the screen. I'm going to back out of the agent's way while you're watching the agent build this pyramid right in front of you. First time I did this, I have to tell you, I was really excited. I was like, oh my God, I made that happen. It's doing what it's supposed to. And that joy and that curiosity and that discovery is such a powerful experience. And I want all of your students to have that same feeling. So when I go back to my code connection window, I can actually see the code it took to be able to pull that off. Now, if you feel like you're sort of intimidated by this, you don't have to be. This took me several weeks to get to this point. I didn't just get up and figure this out on my own. But when you look at this code on screen, I'm using if and then statements. I'm connecting several lines of code. I'm repeating things. And it's actually quite an elegant way to do this. And I want our students to be challenged to be able to think like this, to be able to reason, to be able to use logic, to be able to use computational thinking. One of the other things that excites me about our work with coding and Minecraft is the ability to go from blocks to JavaScript. So you can take students as young as kindergartners all the way up to AP Computer Science in 12th grade and really teach coding through Minecraft. So if I click on JavaScript for a moment, you'll see in a moment on the screen the code switch from block to JavaScript. And when students are debugging in JavaScript, and if they get stuck, they can actually switch back to blocks to debug. I can go on and on and on, but really we should turn back to Jeff, because Jeff does this work with his very own students. And Jeff, I really want to hear, how do you get some of your youngest students not only interested in coding, but finding success with coding? What does that work look like in your classroom?
Yeah, that's a great question, Minu. Thank you. So that's the great thing about coding, is you really can do it with any grade level, even kindergartners. So the way that I introduce coding to these younger kids, especially like in that kindergarten through 3rd grade, is a very simple demonstration to them. And so what I want to do is just kind of demonstrate how I go from start to end to get into that coding part of it. And it's very simple. One thing that we're all familiar with, that we all grew up in school, is graph paper. And so I simply just take
Bringing out the graph paper.
That's right. All I do is take a piece of graph paper. Now what's great about this is you can take a piece of graph paper and look at it from a topographical standpoint of a Minecraft world, where each square represents a block in the Minecraft world. So if we have a specific area that we want our agent to code to, or our player to get to, then all we have to simply do is take our students and say, okay, you need to figure out on this graph paper where your agent needs to go. And then from that point, they can figure out the code. So if I take my marker here and I just say, okay, here is the square that we have that will simulate our house from where we're going on our Minecraft world. And we know that the entrance is right here we want to code to. So I would simply say, this is where you're starting. You need to figure out how many blocks forward you need to go, how many blocks over you need to go in order to get to that point, okay? So
And they can try it first on the graphing
absolutely,
paper, right?
they can try it right on the graphing paper so they can figure out. It makes it easy for them because then they're actually seeing it on a paper rather than just going into a program and trying to figure it out from that way. So once they have that figured out, then they can transfer that into the coding program within the Minecraft world. And so I'm going to show that as we go back into the game here. We already have our coding program opened up. And so it's just a matter of going in. I have already pre-written the code, so it's just a matter of, like Minu said earlier, is it's just block coding. So it's just a matter of dragging it over and bringing it into the coding program. Once that's done, you go back into your game, and I'm going to move here so that I can teleport my agent here. So as you can see, there's my agent. I go back into the game. Now at this point, I have the code written and I want to be able to get him to that entrance like we showed on the graph paper. And it's just a matter of typing in the command for the code. Once I type that in, I hit enter and I go back out, and as you can see, there's the agent who is moving to where we wanted to. That's the code we wrote for it. That's the code.
And you can see from above that it's following the path.
Absolutely, yeah. That's how we wrote it out on the graph paper, and all we did was take that and transfer it over to duplicate it within the coding program. And that really is just a really simple exercise to start with those younger kids so that they understand it. Then they can go into the coding program, figure it out, put it in there, and then run the code.
I really find that even as someone who is not a programmer on the team, the more I tinker and try and fail and try again, I pick up something new each time. Right. So if you've never tried coding yourself but are curious what all the excitement around coding for everyone is about, you can try this out today and try even just a couple of lines of code and see if you can get the agent to do what you want it to do in a Minecraft world.
Absolutely.
So I think we're gonna take some questions. So we have question one. I can take this one, Jeff. The question is, how many logins do educators receive with a Minecraft Education Edition trial account? Educators can get 25 free logins, and they're not time bound, and they can, one login, they can use it as long as they want and can remain logged in. And they're not time bound as in you need to use it up by end of September. We really honor teachers' time, and we're trying to work around their busy schedules. So you get 25 free logins on your trial account, and your students get 10 logins. And again, if you go to education.minecraft.net and hit the big purple button and click Get Started, it walks you through the flow you need to follow to get your free trial account.
Yeah, and that really is a great way for those teachers and students to get started and to experience it firsthand before they make that commitment of buying a license for it for their school.
Absolutely. The other question, I think this one's also for the team. What's coming next for Minecraft Education Edition? We're gonna say stay tuned, but we have some exciting things in the works for you. I wish I could share it all right now. I'd probably get in a lot of trouble for doing it. So I'm gonna remain strong and not share anything this time. But you know, maybe the folks here will invite us back and we'll do another one of these live sessions, and we'll share some upcoming features out to you. And believe me, I can't wait to share them with you. So yeah, do you have a message for teachers who are watching?
All I can say to you is don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone to try this. We ask students all the time to step out of their comfort zone, and this is something that we need to do for ourselves, is step outside of that comfort zone. If you're not really sure what's going on or how to do it, that's the great thing about it, is you've got those 25 logins for you, 10 for your students. Step out of that box, try it out, and have fun and see what Minecraft Education Edition is all about.
And if I could say one thing to you is best of luck this school year. You're going to do some amazing things, and we want to be part of your classroom. And by watching this, you've already taken your first step on your Minecraft Education Edition journey. We'd like you to join us on that journey join teachers like Jeff who are already transforming their teaching and learning practices in their classroom. And if you need support along the way, that's what people like me work on all the time. So I want to welcome you, I want to thank you, and we can't wait to see you again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.